Hey, Niners fans. We are diving into all the latest updates and insights on our San Francisco 49ers. And let me tell you, this weekend's matchup is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing games of the early season. We've got the Arizona Cardinals coming into Levi's Stadium, and honestly, this could be a real test for our squad. On paper, some might argue that the Seattle Seahawks look like the stronger team overall, but when you really start breaking down matchups, the Cardinals are no walk in the park. It's that kind of game where preparation, execution, and just staying sharp in the key moments could make all the difference. With the Niners potentially facing their first loss of the season or going 3-0, the stakes are already high, and you can feel that tension building. Now, let's rewind a bit to last year. Around a similar point in the season, a different Arizona Cardinals team managed to beat the Niners in what felt like one of the most grueling home games of the year. I remember it vividly because it was scorching hot, close to 100 degrees at Levi's Stadium, and every second on that field felt like a mental and physical battle. That day, the Niners squandered several opportunities in the red zone, only converting 1 out of 5 chances, and it wasn't just on the offense. The defense made some key errors, and the special teams also had their own blunders. Even moments that should have been uplifting, like that blocked field goal return for a touchdown by D.A. Leonard, couldn't swing the game, and the 49ers ended up losing 24-23. Fast forward to this season, the conditions are expected to be much friendlier, around 75 degrees, and the team will even be wearing their away whites for their home opener, something they haven't done before. That alone adds a layer of curiosity to how the team will perform in an unusual setting for a home game. When you talk about the current Arizona matchup, there's a lot to consider. Injuries are always a factor, and right now, the question revolves around Brock Purdy and the presence of other key players. Even without Brock, the Niners have proven that they can put together a solid performance if they execute efficiently, particularly in the red zone. Christian McCaffrey continues to be the X factor. His ability to break through defenses and create explosive plays can completely change the momentum of a game. And with the way the offensive line is shaping up, especially with Connor KBY stepping up impressively, the team has shown that depth can really shine under pressure. Connor, a 7th-round draft pick, has been sturdy and composed in his opportunities. And if he keeps this level of play, it could make it tough for the Niners to move him out of the starting lineup, even when Ben Bart returns from injury. Ben is an excellent lineman, no doubt, but the unexpected rise of Connor has been one of those pleasant surprises that adds confidence to the team's depth chart. On the injury front, Brock Purdy's status is still a talking point. Reports suggest he could be back as early as Week 4 or Week 5, which is encouraging for the offense moving forward. Jones has stepped in admirably, but everyone knows that having Brock back will elevate the team to another level. The offense has been adjusting well, especially after a significant win against the Seattle Seahawks on the road, a divisional opponent that tested the Niners in every way. That victory highlighted the defensive adjustments and offensive growth that the team has made in a short time, giving fans reason to feel optimistic heading into the Arizona matchup. Considering the first few games of the season, even if the Niners walk away with a 2-1 record, it's still a strong start, particularly given the challenges of facing divisional opponents and integrating rookies into the lineup. Let's talk about power rankings for a second. They might seem nerdy, but they actually tell you a lot about the current perception of a team and its trajectory. Unlike traditional rankings that weigh the whole season's performance, power rankings give a sense of what teams are peaking at this exact moment. And right now, the Niners are consistently appearing in the top 10 to top 13 range across major outlets, which is impressive. Sporting News has them 4th, CBS and Sports Illustrated rank them 8th, and the numbers fluctuate slightly from there. But the consensus is clear. This is a team that is being respected nationally. Even with the ups and downs of injuries and rookie integration, the 49ers are showing that they belong among the elite squads in the NFL. Defensively, there's been a lot of excitement around players like Bryce Huff. He isn't just another linebacker. He's a pass rush specialist who complements Nick Bosa perfectly. The front line has become a chessboard of stunts, twists, and strategic positioning, allowing players like Huff to create havoc against opposing quarterbacks. The speed and timing of both Huff and Boza are now among the fastest in the league, giving the Niners an edge in pressuring the pocket and controlling the flow of the game. This level of detail in coaching and personnel management is exactly why the Niners' defensive line has looked so disruptive in recent games, and it's something that could be a real factor against the Cardinals' offensive schemes. On the offensive side, Christian McCaffrey continues to impress with his vision and explosiveness. He isn't just running through holes. He's creating lanes, reading defenders, and making decisive, violent cuts that leave defenders scrambling. Even when he isn't the primary focus, his presence changes the defensive approach, opening up opportunities for Jones, and other skill players. The blend of McCaffrey's talent, the offensive line's adaptability, and Shanahan's strategic scheming makes the 49ers' offense a multidimensional threat. While early in some games, it might seem like passing takes precedence over running. That's often a calculated decision to set up the offense for success in later drives. When McCaffrey gets the ball, he has the ability to turn any situation into a scoring opportunity, and his involvement in both the ground game and the passing game will be crucial against Arizona. Looking at the bigger picture, the 49ers are finally showing complementary football, offense, defense, and special teams working together to maximize efficiency. Wins against tough divisional opponents, strong depth in key positions, and a strategic deployment of talent across the roster have given the team a balance that was missing in previous seasons. Even if Brock Purdy isn't ready to start this weekend, the pieces are in place for the Niners to perform at a high level. Jones is gaining confidence with reps at quarterback, and Christian McCaffrey's role as the game-changer cannot be overstated. The Cardinals will be a challenge, no doubt, but the Niners have the tools, the coaching, and the momentum to make this home opener a showcase of why they're considered one of the top teams in the league. Heading into this weekend, there's a lot of excitement around how the 49ers will approach their game plan against the Arizona Cardinals. One of the biggest talking points is how well the team has been executing complementary football. Offense, defense, and special teams are finally working in unison, and that balance can make all the difference in tight games. On the defensive side, Robert Saleh has been dialing up schemes that create constant pressure, and with Bryce Huff emerging as a true pass rush specialist opposite Nick Boza, the Cardinals' offensive line is going to have to make adjustments on the fly. Huff's ability to explode off the edge, combined with Boza's relentless pursuit, puts the quarterback in a position where even the smallest mistake can turn into a huge loss of yardage or, better yet, a turnover. It's the kind of pressure that can completely change the trajectory of a game, and the Cardinals will need to account for it if they want to sustain drives. What makes this even more interesting is the way the defensive front has been operating like a chessboard. Stunts, twists, and counter movements are being executed with precision, and it isn't just about speed. It's about timing, anticipation, and reading the offensive formations. Bryce Huff, in particular, has become a disruptive force because he's no longer just reacting. He's creating mismatches and forcing offensive adjustments in real time. The coordination with Fred Warner and the linebacking core allows the defense to shift mid-snap, keep offenses guessing, and consistently create pressure where it counts. You pair that with a secondary that's improving every week, and suddenly the Niners' defense isn't just stopping teams, it's dictating how they play. This is the kind of strategic advantage that can make a difference against a Cardinals team that has shown flashes of offensive versatility. On the offensive side, Christian McCaffrey continues to be the glue that holds the entire game plan together. His ability to line up in the backfield or slot, to receive out of the backfield, and to create explosive plays forces defenses to stay honest. When he's involved in multiple ways, it opens lanes for receivers, allows Jones to operate with confidence, and keeps defensive coordinators guessing. The key will be getting McCaffrey involved early and often, particularly because the Cardinals have a defense that, on paper, can challenge big plays if given time to adjust. Watching him make those violent cuts, seeing him leap through tiny gaps, and noticing how his vision aligns perfectly with his footwork, those are the details that make him special. Even with a slightly limited workload, he can still be a game changer, and the 49ers coaching staff knows that. The offensive line is another critical piece in this puzzle. Connor KBY stepping up in the absence of Ben Bart has been one of the pleasant surprises of the season so far. Despite being a 7th-round pick, he's shown remarkable poise, strength, and technique. Having a lineman who can hold his own against NFL-level pass rushers and create lanes for both McCaffrey and the passing game instills confidence across the board. It also allows Shanahan to be more creative with play calling because he knows he has a reliable piece in the trenches. The offensive line's cohesion, paired with Shanahan's ability to script effective sequences, has turned what could have been a weak spot into a stabilizing force for the team. Special teams, while often overlooked, have also shown the ability to swing momentum. Last season, there were moments where a single misstep in special teams altered the outcome of the game, and the coaching staff has clearly emphasized improvement in that area. A well-executed return, a critical field goal block, or even maintaining proper coverage can make the difference in a close contest. That level of attention to detail, combined with the physical and strategic preparation from the players, gives the 49ers an edge in all 3 phases of the game. This holistic approach to football, where offense, defense, and special teams are synchronized, is what separates elite teams from good teams. When you look at power rankings and national perception, the Niners are finally getting the recognition they deserve. Consistently appearing in the top 10 to top 13 across multiple outlets isn't just a vanity metric. It reflects the way teams are performing and how they are perceived relative to the competition. Sporting News ranks them 4th, CBS Sports and Sports Illustrated put them at 8th, and other outlets like NFL.com place them in the lower teens. Even with the slight differences in methodology, the consensus is that the Niners are a team to be reckoned with. It also sets the stage for evaluating the team against its division rivals. The Cardinals, Rams, and Seahawks all fall within a close range of ranking positions, which means every divisional game has immediate implications not just for the standings, but also for momentum and perception across the league. Looking forward, the Arizona matchup is more than just a test. It's an opportunity to solidify the team's identity. Brock Purdy's potential absence adds another layer of intrigue. Jones has shown he can step in and execute effectively, but having Purdy return will undoubtedly elevate the passing game and open even more opportunities for McCaffrey and the receivers. The coaching staff will need to balance play calling to maximize strengths while protecting areas of vulnerability. Execution in the red zone will be critical, particularly in a game where the margin for error is expected to be slim. Efficient use of clock, smart sequencing of plays, and taking advantage of matchups will likely be the difference between a tight win and a nail-biting finish. Finally, it's worth noting that the confidence and growth of the team cannot be understated. Winning against a tough divisional opponent on the road early in the season is a big deal, especially when rookies are being integrated into the lineup. That kind of experience builds resilience, and it reinforces the idea that the team can adapt under pressure. With key players performing at a high level, the defensive line creating consistent disruption, McCaffrey establishing himself as a multidimensional threat, and the offense finding rhythm under Shanahan's guidance, the Niners are in a strong position to take on the Cardinals. While the game is expected to be competitive, the balance, depth, and strategic execution that the 49ers are bringing to the field this week give them every chance to walk away with a hard-fought victory. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The San Francisco 49ers may have just shaken up the NFL landscape with a move that has fans buzzing from the Bay Area to the Sunshine State. According to sources close to the team, the 49ers have officially signed wide receiver Mike Evans, the veteran pass catcher who has been a household name in Tampa Bay for over a decade. While the announcement came quietly, insiders suggest this could be a game-changer for San Francisco's offense. Evans, known for his towering possibilities alone, have pundits already drafting highlight reels in their minds. Rumors have swirled for weeks about San Francisco targeting a veteran receiver, and while several names have been thrown around, few could match Evans' track record and star power. Some insiders hint that the deal could have implications beyond just the field, potentially signaling the 49ers' intent to contend for a Super Bowl immediately rather than build gradually. After all, the NFC West is no easy division, and competition like the Rams and Seahawks looms large each season. Of course, the timing of the announcement has sparked chatter among fans and analysts alike. Is this the calculated risk, bringing in a player in his 30s to a team with younger talent on the rise? Or is it the perfect marriage of experience and opportunity, a move that finally gives the 49ers the kind of elite receiving threat that can stretch defenses and open up the entire playbook? Speculation is flying, and social media is already ablaze with mock celebrations, debates over jersey numbers, and what-if scenarios that could define San Francisco's season. Whether Evans thrives in the Bay Area or faces the usual adjustment period for a new team, one thing is certain. The buzz around Levi's Stadium has never been louder. Fans are circling the first home game on their calendars, anxious to see if Mike Evans can live up to the hype and perhaps write a new chapter in the storied history of the 49ers. For now, all anyone could do is wait, watch, and imagine the possibilities. One thing is clear: San Francisco's aerial attack just got a major upgrade, and the rumor mill isn't slowing down anytime soon. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.